training and support. We're doing an introductory series of videos to help our nonprofit clients get up and running quickly and easily using our platform and our tools. This particular video is focusing on thanking your donors after they've made donations. I wonder if it's possible to thank a donor too often. Certainly, one of the things that we hear from donors, and I don't think we're the only ones, is that they don't always feel like they get thanked often enough, that they hear from their nonprofits often enough. Clearly, it's one of the best things that we can do as nonprofits for the donors. There are obviously many opportunities to thank people if we had a system that would work without a lot of time and effort, and that's what GiFTgive gives you. It's an automated system that won't require one-to-one connection, but will be a one-to-many connection. Because you want multiple contact points with your donors. You want to talk to them or connect with them with updates, with information, even asking for support as many times as they're willing to respond. So let me walk you through what we call our thank you engine to show you what's involved in thanking these donors. And we begin at the point in which they have just made a contribution toward one of the needs on your page. They may have filled it out, they may not have, but the point is they just made that contribution. That's when they get their first thank you. Now the first thank you is an acknowledgement that they have in fact made a contribution, and it does include a credit card receipt. But basically we're just thanking them and acknowledging that they made the gift. You spent your money, we know you spent your money, thank you, and here's a record of it. That letter, by the way, or that notice, which is an email and it's automatically produced by our system, is something that exists under the control of you or your administrator at the nonprofit. The language, the way it's phrased, is exactly the way you want it to be phrased. So they've made the contribution and this need goes on. Maybe they filled it out, maybe other people come in after them and close out that particular need. We have many people who want to give partial contributions to a need rather than purchase the whole thing. Sometimes they're even bringing in their friends, which we love to see. But when that need concludes, when that request for support concludes, that goal has either been met or has not been met, but it produces a second thank you letter to everybody who has contributed to that need. Now we would love to think that all needs are met, but again, the language in the letter will come from you, and there will be different ones depending on whether or not the need has been met or not met. So far you've written 3 quick thank you notes. If the need has been met, it's a simple thank you. If the need has not necessarily been met, then you have to explain to the donor whether you'll be returning their cash, allowing them to contribute to something else, or what most people do, saying thank you for your contribution, we'll go and fund this need ourselves using your cash. So your money will still go to the cause that you asked it to go to, because this is something we were going to buy anyway. When that second thank you letter is going out, it also contains, in the case of a goal met, it contains good news. The product has shipped. There's activity. There's something going on. You need to pay attention. You, the donor, you need to pay attention. There's something going on here. And oh, by the way, here's a tax receipt. Now, the tax receipt, again, is optional. It is your call, and you are responsible for putting in your tax ID information the way you want to. That's not GiFTgive's purview to send out tax receipts that aren't for ourselves. But you can send out the tax receipt as part of that second thank you. We suggest that you send it in that second letter because you want to wait until the goal has closed out. Whether it's met or not met, you want to wait until that goal has closed out. But that's the second thank you letter that you're sending. So already we're one ahead of most nonprofits in terms of reaching out to the donor base. But there's more. There is a third thank you. Third time that we're saying thank you to the donors. Again, this is optional, and parts of it are still under development, but we want to share it with you now to give you a sense of how this works. Donors love to know that their gift made a difference. And there are many easy ways to do that, but one of them is to send a thank you letter from the field. So you can record your constituency, your beneficiary, saying thank you in a generic way, and attach that message to your thank you communication, or you can do it yourselves, and you can do it with video, or you can do it in text, just as we've done everything else in GiFTgive. But it's a very simple process. One of your workers out on one of your locations where the need is being met can take their phone with a simple app from Apple, or it's actually built into Android phone, and point that camera at the children or whoever your beneficiaries are. Ask them to say thank you. A 20-second video, tops. Very amateur, but doesn't matter. 20-second video. Push a couple of buttons, it goes to YouTube, it comes to your GiFTgive landing page, it hits our system, and it gets distributed out to all of the donors who contributed to that particular need. It's amazing how easy and simple these tools are that can allow you to stay in contact with your donor base. Now, one caveat. This last component, this thank you by video from the field, is still in development. But stick around because that's imminent. What really matters is that the system is reminding you to send that 2 weeks or whatever time period you pick after the need has been met. So there's a process in place to capture every need, when it's in place, when it's in the field, when someone's using it. Boom, boom, boom. A thank you goes back to the folks using it. And don't think for 1 minute that that's going to be hidden. If I'm sitting at lunch and my phone lights up with a message from a group of people at a nonprofit that I've just helped, and they're sitting there saying thank you in a little 15-second video to me, I'm going to share that with whoever I see. Hey, look at this. That's another way that we extend out your reach. But we want to keep your donors in the loop, keep them engaged, keep them feeling that they're valued, feeling like they're appreciated and part of your team. That's what brings the donor full circle back up. The next time that there's a need to be met, they already know that you're the team that they want to be on. So please, look through our thank you process again. Go to our website and to our support page and our knowledge base for additional information and a little bit more detail on how to use some of these tools. But this is how we propose that you should say thank you to your donors. And the good news is you don't have to do any work. You're going to write 2 or 3 different emails, and down the road you'll be pushing out 15-second videos that don't take anybody any time. The rest of it is completely automated and goes right to them. Well, thank you for joining us, and please check out our other resources. Thank you.